Riverdale is taking over televisions everywhere, and people are falling in love with the cast. But how much do you really know about the people behind the Riverdale characters? Stay tuned to find out which actress is actually more than a decade older than her character. New around here? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. Now, onto the cast of Riverdale, real name and age. KJ Apa. You don't have to even have seen an episode of the hit show Riverdale to know that KJ Apa is a hottie. Just open your internet browser and you'll see at least 10 articles devoted to how hot he is. But what is behind all of those good looks, and what is his real name? Well, if you were thinking that no one's real name is KJ, then you would be right. His real name is Keneti James Fitzgerald Apa, but he just goes simply by KJ. Though the Riverdale babe is 20 years old, he has admitted that he felt a little weird about being cast as an object of lust on the show. In an interview, he said that someone on the show has to have abs, and it's always weird to play such a role. But when he read the script, he already knew the direction they were taking the character, so he was prepared for it. He doesn't think that he will get used to it though, and he doesn't want to be defined as just a good-looking person. He likes that his character Archie is more than just abs and getting with girls. Appa believes that Archie is a humanized character, and people should be able to see past that. Camila Mendes. It can't be easy to play iconic roles. Everyone already has a vision of what they want that character to be like in their minds. That was certainly the case when Camila Mendes decided to accept the role of Veronica in Riverdale. Anyone who has ever read the comics already had a version of Veronica in their head, and Mendes had to overcome that and make the character her own. Even harder than that, Veronica is supposed to be a high school student. Mendes is actually 23, which means she has not only graduated from high school, but she also has a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree from New York University's Tisch School of the Arts. So, age gap was probably a hard thing for her to overcome, but luckily her youthful face allows fans to really believe that she's in high school and buy into her character. But she does connect with her character in the fact that she and co-star Lilly Reinhardt didn't immediately click, much like their characters Betty and Veronica. The stars revealed in an interview that they come from different backgrounds, so it took them a while to really connect and form a bond. Well, we are glad they were finally able to, because their on-screen chemistry is just on fire. Casey Cott. Most shows about high school dramas usually cast people much older than high school age in the coveted roles. Riverdale seems to be no different. How old do you think Casey Cott is? He plays Kevin Keller, the best friend of Betty Cooper. 16? 18? Even 20? No. Cott is actually 25 and well out of high school. In fact, he has already been to college. He studied at the Carnegie Mellon University College of Fine Arts, but his maturity and wisdom might not be one of the best things that he brings to his character. When speaking to the showrunner, Cott wanted to make sure that his character wasn't one-dimensional. He said in an interview that what was really cool about Kevin is that they don't hide the fact that he is gay. But it's not all that he is. Cott believes that Kevin is an incredibly dense character, and that it's important that his sexuality is just a part of him and not portrayed as being all that he is. According to Cott, the multi-dimensional personality of his character is what makes him so fun to play. Well, we're glad that he's enjoying playing Kevin, because we are definitely enjoying watching. Aren't you? Madelaine Patch. You might recognize the red-haired bombshell Madelaine Patch from her role as Cheryl Blossom on Riverdale. Her complicated character is the head cheerleader of the River Vixens at Riverdale High School. She is pretty much the most popular girl in school, but she has a bit of a dark past as her twin brother Jason Blossom mysteriously passed away. Though Patch plays the teenage queen bee, she is neither teenaged nor a queen of any sort. She is actually 22 years old, and the road to acting didn't come easily for her. She knew she wanted to be an actress from the time that she was 3 years old. She moved around from Port Orchard, Washington and South Africa before finally moving to LA at 18 to really give being an actress a try. Before the big jobs came in, she had to work as a barista to be able to support herself in LA, so it would make sense that Patch is not quite used to the fame yet. In fact, she said that the first time a fan recognized her, she was really stressed out by it. We hope that she can get used to the fame soon, because with another season of Riverdale coming out in the near future, we doubt that her fame will be dwindling anytime soon. Ross Butler. Everyone has a frenemy, that one person who you sometimes really click with, but then other times you wonder if they actually have your best interest at heart or not. For Archie, that person is Reggie Mantle, which means that Reggie's character is extremely pivotal to the show, so they had to pick someone who could do the job justice. Ross Butler was a great choice. His good looks and ability to fully embody Reggie are probably some of the reasons he was chosen. But like many of his castmates, Butler is not actually of high school age. In fact, he is probably closer to middle age than to having a sweet 16. Can you guess how old Butler is? Well, you don't have to, because we'll tell you. 27. He was actually enrolled at Ohio State University as a chemical engineering major until his life took a very different route when he decided to move to LA on a whim. He didn't even take any acting classes until he was 21 years old, but somehow he is very good at his craft, which is part of the reason why he left Riverdale. He wanted to focus on his role in the Netflix series 13 Reasons Why. He said that there were other projects that he was looking at, but the main one was 13 Reasons. He was pretty sure that it was going to come back for a second season, so he put all his eggs in that basket. We're happy that he's landing other jobs, but we are definitely sad we won't be seeing him on Riverdale anymore. Asha Bromfield. Remember Josie and the Pussycats? They were the super cool girl band that was introduced to the world of Archie in the 1960s. The original band featured a redhead, a blonde, and one African-American girl. But in this current Riverdale reprisal, the directors decided to make the band fully African-American. We were so excited to see that this iconic band was not left out of the series. In fact, in one of the episodes, Veronica even joins the group as the fourth member, which leads us to believe we will be seeing a lot more of the band. The drummer, Melody Valentine, is actually played by Asha Bromfield. Though most people know her by Asha, the name is actually short for Ashanti, but Bromfield chooses to go by her nickname. The star is 22 years old, which makes her a few years older than her character, but we are starting to see that it's a bit of a trend with the Riverdale cast. Though we don't get to hear much singing from Bromfield because she is the drummer of the group, she actually sings in real life. She covered the song Black Beatles with fellow Riverdale star KJ Apa, and we can say that her voice is pretty angelic. Hopefully, we will get to hear more from her next season. Luke Perry. Luke Perry is no stranger to television. In fact, he has already been in one hit television series that turned into a cult classic. You know the one we were talking about, 90210. But this time, he isn't playing a hot young guy. He's actually playing the hot young guy's dad. At 50 years old, the role of Archie's father, Fred Andrews, seems more fitted for Perry. But that doesn't mean the transition was easy. When asked about it, he said he made a deal with KJ, who plays his son. He said that he would let the younger actor have the cool hair for the first 5 or 6 weeks, and then he would really start bringing it himself. He did admit that he likes playing a dad because he likes being one in real life. He believes that Fred is a great character, and he's the grounded person in the middle of all the chaos in Riverdale. He said that Fred really cares about Archie and about doing a good job, and being a good construction worker, which are all qualities that he loves about the character. Being in his 50s, Perry really appreciates that the adults on the show actually are multi-dimensional characters, and that the program isn't just a teen drama. We think we can all appreciate that. Lilly Reinhardt. Betty Cooper is known for being the good girl in the Archie comic books. She's the one that everyone can depend on and puts the feelings of others before herself. Lilly Reinhardt perfectly portrays Cooper in the CW series Riverdale. Her blonde hair and youthful energy made her perfect to play the character, but she actually doesn't have as much in common with Betty as people think. In the comic series, Elizabeth Betty Cooper is 17 years old. Reinhardt is 20, which is a full 3 years older than her character, which makes it a little strange to think that she would attend Riverdale High School. Apparently to Reinhardt, age doesn't really matter though, because earlier in 2017, she began dating her co-star Cole Sprouse, who is 5 years older than her. In your 20s, 5 years isn't a big deal as it is in your teens, but it's still a pretty substantial age gap. But with her youthful appearance, she's able to fool Riverdale fans into believing that she is younger than she actually is and give a convincing portrayal of Betty. We wonder how this will play out as the show continues to be renewed season after season. She won't be able to play a high schooler forever. Ashlee Marie. You may know the actress Ashlee Marie better by the name Josie McCoy, as that is the character that she plays on Riverdale. The star has a youthful look about her and crystal clear skin that allows her to easily pass for one of the teenagers at Riverdale High School. But Marie actually hasn't been a teen for almost a decade. You heard that right. Marie is actually 29 years old. You would never believe it when you see her among the rest of her castmates. She fits right in. But the road to the show wasn't easy for her at all. In an interview, the star revealed that she actually only had $12 left in her bank account when she landed the role. She said that she was over $4,000 behind in rent, and she was just about to take a break from acting in order to make some money before giving it another try. The audition for Riverdale was her last one before she was going to quit. She recalls going to the audition and then being on her way home the next day with $12 in her bank account and calling her mom to ask for $5 just to get home. Luckily, she landed the role and now has won us all over with with her talent. We're guessing she has a lot more than $12 in her bank account now. Cole Sprouse. Cole Sprouse is no stranger to appearing on television. Some of you might remember him from the Disney Channel series The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, or even as far back as Big Daddy alongside Adam Sandler in 1999. But he is most recently known for playing Jughead Jones in Riverdale. Jones is the jokester among his friends and the comic relief of the series. Basically, he is the typical high school boy, but Sprouse is anything but the typical high school boy. In fact, he isn't even in high school. Sprouse is 25 years old. You wouldn't be able to tell it just from looking at him. He has always had a young face, even in his previous roles, but just by looking at his resume as an actor, you can get a hint that he is probably a bit older than his character suggests. We aren't sure why the casting directors for Riverdale decided that almost the entire cast should be above high school age, but it certainly works for the show. No matter the age of any of the actors and actresses, they all do an amazing job portraying their characters and look extremely young anyway. We think that Sprouse will be able to play a high schooler for several more years before middle age starts creeping in. That's it for the cast of Riverdale, real name and age. Which character were you the most surprised about? Tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching.